and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times quick cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Saturday the 31st of May 2025, and it's been set by Mara. So Mara is one of our regular setters. We get a couple of puzzles per month from Mara, and generally this year I've been flying through the Mara puzzles. The last couple have taken me 12 and 13 minutes, but I've failed on both of them. I had a one letter mistake on each of them, one letter. So I need to be a little bit more careful this time. But hopefully it should be along those lines again. So anyway, I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Bitterness of those downtrodden in the wine industry. Sour grapes. Leaders of negotiation. Leader of negotiations brought into bankruptcy dispute. Brought into bankruptcy dispute. Something up, nup. Don't know. Unsuccessful crime written into journal. Journal, diary, unsuccessful. Electrical unit in farmhouse switched over. I would have thought it was a hidden word backwards. But I can't see what it is. Sewer. Ohm, there it is. I can see it. Ohm. French produce associate put in kitty. French produce associate. Mate, pal, kitty. Slice of meat, more unwise. It's like unsager. Can't think what slice of meat is. Translation of phrase for skilled mountain climber. Hillary ascent. Skilled mountain climber. Some kind of goat. I would think that is goat. Translation of phrase. Is that just an anagram phrase? Which is a sharper, shaper, Sherpa. There we are. Sherpa, nice, very good. Polar region that's intact, shaped around curved line. Polar region that's intact, shaped around curved line. Is that something to do with the Arctic circles, equators? Not sure. Part of the body, lap. Part of the body, hip, lap. Jaw maybe? Can't be a J though, can it? Industrial action hit. Strike, yeah, just a strike is industrial action and it's to hit. Sense location through hearing. Sight. I've seen that a couple of times this week actually. Rider saw moorhen flying about. Moorhen, saw moorhen. Horseman, horsewoman, I think. Woman, yep. Okay, what's this then? Gem? Emerald is a gem, yeah, sparkling. Journalist observed what could lead to cuts. Something saw. Hacksaw, yep. This is huge animal, Greek character, chains up at home. Rhino? What is that, rhino? Chains up. Here, is that rhino? Not sure about that. I'll leave that like that for a minute. Let's go through the rest of the downs now. Oh, let's look at one. Vase or bag, urn. Yeah, urn is to E-A-R sound like. Languages brought actor in play. That looks like an anagram, doesn't it? Languages. Can't see what that is. Assuming Ball's actor is an anagram of that. Sacto, Anglo-Saxon. Serbo-Croat. Okay, good. That's popular language. That one. Do that at GCSE maybe. Polar region that's intact, shaped around the work curve line. No idea what that is at the moment. I assume that R is right though. Slice of meat, more unwise. Not good about that. Lie about gallery support for young woman. It's going to misstate. State. Okay. That could be an asterisk, couldn't it? Around curve line. Aster what? Okay, what's this? This must be lead up, dispute, run in. Okay, ruin. Yep. Running with ruin. Filling for vegan ganache. Hidden word. This was slice of meat. Ugh, more unwise. That'd be an R, wouldn't it? More unwise would be riskier. Rasher, okay. rasher. So my French is produce, put in kitty. So that's some kind of cat then, isn't it? Associate cat, camembert, camembert, yep. Odd right, as even number event, don't know what that is. Poems translate, Epsom Derby. It's a course, race course, learn in a musical, lit up. Learner in a musical, lit up is a flame. Learner a fame. Fame is a musical indeed. Unsuccessful. Lose. Loss. Crime written into losing. Unsuccessful. Lost. Written into journal. Can't see what journal is. Gates opening into latrine. After what? Oh, I've just noticed I've got a spelling mistake there. Hacksaw. That's interesting. So what's this? This is Antarctic. Arctic. That's just an anagram, isn't it? Wow, Antarctic. Okay. Capital city hasn't changed with the invasion of English. It's just an anagram. Athens. So I think that has to be rhino, although I can't think. Oh, it's rho is the Greek letter I couldn't think of. So what have we got over here? Odd right as even number even. Oh gosh, what's that? This was part of the body lap, don't know that. Gates opening is a G into latrine after turning key. Wow. Gosh, these last three. Into journal. Crime is normally arson. Unsuccessful crime written into journal. Odd right. Odd is rum. Right. Straight. Straighten. Even is to straighten, is it? Why is that straighten? I think that's straighten, which makes that leg. Yeah, leg is a lap. I'm going to go with that being straighten. Odd right. Am I as even number? 8. Even is to straighten something out. Odd right. I'm going to go with straighten. What the heck? Another week of getting it wrong. I've still got these two, haven't I? Gates opening after turning key into latrine. So that's it's an anagram, isn't it? Key. Integral. Key is integral, which makes this losing. Sin is a crime into a log, yeah. Losing. Okay, go with that. 737 with no understanding on straight in 737. Wow, that's I don't know, that's about the 4th day this week I've had a sub 10. So overall this week has come in well under an hour, about 53.5 minutes for 6 puzzles. Wow, amazing. Right, let's go through those clues as best I can. One across. Bitterness of those down. So bitterness is having sour grapes. Just a phrase meaning you're unhappy about things. And obviously those downtrodden in the well, you tread grapes to make wine. So that's what that clue's about. Sour grapes. Leader of negotiations is an N, brought into bankruptcy. So in this case, bankruptcy is ruin, and a run-in is a dispute. Unsuccessful crime. A crime is a sin going into a journal, which is a log. Unsuccessful is losing. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Electrical unit is the ohm, which is hidden word backwards in farmhouse. So in is your hidden word indicator. Switched over is telling you it goes backwards. The French produce is the camembert type of cheese. An associate is a member going into the kitty, and a kitty is a cat in this case. Slice of meat, so yeah, bacon rasher. And something that's, if you're being rash in your decision making, then you're being unwise. So more unwise would be rasher. Love this clue. Translation of Sherpa. So Sherpa is an anagram of phrase. Sorry, translation is your anagram indicator that phrase is an anagram of Sherpa, and a skilled mountain climber is a Sherpa. Right, Oh, we've got intact. Polar region is the Antarctic. Intact, I think, is most of that going around. Shaped is must be your anagram indicator going around a curved line, which is an arc. Part of the body. Well, the leg is part of the body, and a lap. So if you think of a lap of a race or a leg of a race, good clue. Industrial. It's a double definition here. So we've got industrial action, you go on strike, and to hit someone is to strike them. Sight is a sense, and a location is a site, as in S-I-T-E. Through hearing is saying it's a sound like. And actually, I saw that something very much along those lines earlier this week, so that came straight to me, whereas it didn't when I saw it earlier in the week. A rider is a horsewoman, which is an anagram of saw moorhen. Flying about is your anagram indicator. So there's the cross clues. On the downs, we have the language of Serbo-Croat, which is an anagram of balls actor. In play is your anagram indicator. A vase could be an urn. Bag reportedly. So reportedly is saying this sounds like a bag. Well, if you think of urn spelt E-A-R-N as in to earn money, you bag something, you earn it. So that's what the sound like is. Filling is things there's a hidden word across. Vegan, a cherry, which is ganache, which is a type of chocolate sauce. Learner is an L, going in. A is in the clue, and musical the Fame. Classic, well, it's a classic film from 1980, Alan Parker film, and then a TV series I used to watch on Thursday nights. I think BBC One at 8 p.m. And to be lit up is to be a flame. Poems is an anagram of Epsom, translated is your anagram indicator, and the Epsom Derby is one of the classic races of the Derby at Epsom is one of the classic races of the horse racing season. So a classic race, and course is the saying it's a horse racing course. Gates opening is a G, and going into an anagram of latrine. Turning is your anagram indicator, and something that's key is integral. Right, I've got to have a look at this one. All I know at this point is that even is straight. Right, this is a slightly complicated clue. So odd is telling us there's an anagram of right as, which gives us the first part up to the H of straight. And then even number is 10, and even is to straighten. Nice, a clever clue. Maybe a little bit complex for the quick cryptic, I think, but good clue. To lie is to misstate. Sounds a bit politician-y, but yeah, you misstate something, you lie, maybe. Gallery is the Tate, supporting a young woman, and a young woman is Miss. Journalist is a hack. Observed is saw, and hacksaw is something that cuts, so that hacksaw leads to what could cut. Capital city is Athens. Hasn't is an anagram of Athens, changes your anagram indicator, and then we need to stick an E in there, so it isn't a perfect anagram, but it's an anagram with an E put into it. What do we got here? We've got the huge animal, is the rhino. Got the Greek character is rho, I think it is, R-H-O, I think that's how you'd say it. Chains up is a complicated way of saying put at home, which is in, to go in there. Rho with an in it gives you a rhino. And then some is your classic hidden word indicator. That gem is in sparkling emerald, and is just indicating that that is the definition. So yeah, gem. Wow. So it isn't a gem. It isn't an emerald. It is an emerald. It could be an emerald. So there we go. All done. 7:37. Another quick one for me. Thanks for watching.